Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? New voice, huh? I'm Hunter Cameraman, by the way. Today, we'll be analyzing the craziest SKIBIDI toilet episode that dropped lately, and make sure to check your blood pressure because the hype is not yet over, because this is just part one. We'll be pointing a lot of stuff in today's video, from the large cameraman upgrades to the return of DJ Toilet that was split in half like an avocado by the infamous Astro Toilet, the return of elite cameraman's fiancée TV woman, and the revelation of her crush. Just kidding. And to the Beyblade Galaxy obliteration move of Titan Speakerman. Honestly, I've been awake for 3 days since the episode dropped because Ghost Cameraman on the elevator might appear beside my bed. So make sure to subscribe and like this video so I get the faith to control my fears. Anyways, let's start. This episode starts with one of the leaked frames that went viral a couple of days ago, but is from a perspective of a POV cameraman. It is actually the POV of the almighty large cameraman we saw in one of the leaks days ago. On the frame is the garage door, which says, "No smoking." And we see one of the upgraded cameraman throw toilet paper inside. You, as a badass, can recognize the toilet papers were hand grenades, but it was modeled with steel since it sounds heavy as it hits the ground. The explosion is sufficient to kill the psychopath toilets inside the garage. Seconds later, we see the flamethrower cameraman using his flamethrower, blue flamed as hot as TV woman, on the gray toilets that are about to attack him. This is exactly the scene that was leaked. On the right, we see dead toilets, which logically was killed by the flamethrower cameraman a few seconds ago. It is obvious, since their appearance was burnt crisp like McDonald's fried chicken. But if you might wonder, even though he is using a flamethrower and there is a no smoking sign next to him, why they didn't blow up? After this, the POV cameraman turns to his right, and we see 2 cameramen running for their lives and some cameramen lifeless on the floor. I am like watching Disney animation. If you look at them, their clothes were burned in the explosions. Dafook is adding top-tier details. Bro is top G. While one of the cameramen is sprinting, the other one, with the brown-orange overalls, is using his double shotguns to halt the toilets. I assume these 2 cameramen are the outdated ones since they don't have headphones or jetpacks. But there is something unsettling. When we zoom you on the right side, next to the pole, we see a body with a dirty white suit. It's first time in the series having a cameraman with white suit. If you have any idea what bro is, type it down in the comments. Anyways, while we're stunned to look at the dead, another became dead. The cameraman with the double shotgun gets shot with a rocket into his ass, and his existence was erased like some dad who went to buy milk. My huge respect to you, gentlemen, fighting until the end. But this other cameraman that's running towards us has an arm missing, but sadly, just like the other cameraman, he finds himself popping like a pimple when a rocket hits him right behind seconds later. Right after this, we finally pull out our blaster, and we're right, that the POV cameraman is actually the large cameraman shown in episode 69, part 2, because he pulls out the large laser weapon that was leaked to elite cameramen. This weapon has huge firing power, able to destroy your cringe friend in one go. Then we see 2 rocket launcher toilets coming towards us, together with a helicopter toilet. But bro is him, he one-shot them all. While they are shooting us rockets, we dodge them all like a mom's accusation where the money on her purse went. But wait, I noticed something. Someone is inside the car on the left. If you zoom in it clearly, it is actually a dead body that was inside of it. Blood died when this place fell on the toilet's hands. Such a poor guy. Press F to pay respect. Then this large cameraman used his jetpack to fly. Bro got his best upgrade so far. This champion single-handedly destroys everyone like pests on a field while flying and shooting his rockets. Even some of the more advanced toilets, if decides to fight right now for sure, will have problems while dealing with the upgraded large cameramen. After he lands on a roof, he erased 2 more rocket toilets that are far away, and his laser extent can reach several meters away. That's incredible. His evading skills also have grown exponentially, since he dodged every single projectile, even from the beginning. Bro finally learned their lesson, cause every large cameraman has been dying lately. But when he looked to his left, something's devastating. We see an army of large, upgraded rocket launcher toilets packed with armors coming out of the bunker. This looks like a threat because their line is endless. But suddenly, a helicopter toilet arrives in front of him and shots rockets at us. But Bro evaded using his new jetpacks and kills off the helicopter toilet while taking cover. He was actually hit by the rockets. But it's not just his weaponry that were upgraded, but his battle IQ and toughness has been boosted as well, since he remained steadfast when a huge missile hit the ground in front of him. Then Bro flew towards this new, upgraded rocket launcher toilet, but surprisingly, his powerful laser is useless against the new shields. A huge ick that there are tons of them in this place right now, if you think of it. These toilets also have laser weapons and the rockets, which is worrying to process mentally. After he unshields himself and smiles crazily, we hear a sound coming from the left side. Suddenly, Titan Cameraman comes and dashes into the battlefield, dismantling the road and the toilets on the way. This is the moment where shit's about to begin. Right after, the rocket launcher toilet turns his head to Titan Cameraman and starts attacking him, and Titan Cameraman gets shot at his core. But Bro didn't even flinch. He used his laser weapon, then evaporates the toilet within fraction of a second. Only thing that's left are the sunglasses. Suspicious to think what the glasses are made of that even high-temperature energy can't melt it. A material from outer space. By the way, Titan Cameraman had the other rocket launcher toilets attacking him from behind, but Bro doesn't even bother. He just turned to face them and shot them with his lasers in blaster mode. After looking at us, he hears a sound of another toilet coming. It's a newly upgraded toilet. A literal copy of G-Man toilet with 4 lasers. Maybe this is the new meta for the toilets. For sure they will be crazier in the future. But before Titan Cameraman moves a finger, with his dimension ability, Titan TV Man's hand appears, then cuts the toilet's right side as we see him fall down to the Valley of Death. But the next frame we're about to see is so cold. The stance of Titan TV Man on top of the mountain is the spitting image of a conqueror. But the real MVP for today's video comes in with a hot entrance. The king threw a toilet as he enters, and he puts out the fire on his shoulders like no sweat. After he lands, we hear Titan TV Man say something to him in reverse while jumping down. If we reverse the video, it says, "Come quick." Here you go, listen to it, gentlemen. Shortly, Titan TV Man charges up Titan Speaker Man just like he did to Titan Cameraman in episode 69, part 2. The power passed on to him is way more powerful compared to Titan Cameraman. Our MVP starts shaking with power as the energy is leaking all out his body. But when we turn to our left, there is a huge armada of helicopter toilets with acids and rockets coming near. Titan Speaker Man saw this and he roared like Goku. The helicopter toilets don't have headphones, so it's a GG for them. Then our MVP charged up his weapons and shooting his hand blasters a few times before leaping like a lion into the battlefield. He shot everyone with 100% precision while soaring in the air. This screams an all-out war. Titan Cameraman catches one of the injured helicopter toilets and severs its acid blaster and used it as his own arm. Using it, he shoots the helicopter toilet with its own acid gun, giving him a taste of his own medicine. Then, we go back to our MVP, charges up his energy using his core laser. This power is stronger than he has on episode 67. But suddenly, the armada of toilets surrounded him. He then unleashes his killer move, Sirius Beyblade Galaxy Obliteration, killing everyone around him, and this is why he was the hailed king of the episode. If Titan Speakerman is in this mode all the time, he can solo every toilet being. Even Titan TV Man commended him, saying 10 out of 10 with a Roblox face on his screen. Here you go, listen. But what happens next is one hell of a crazy reveal that will send nostalgia inside your nostrils. We happen to see the return of one of the OG characters, DJ Toilet with his upgraded body. After 64 episodes, finally, we got to see this original individual. This opens the possibility of some OGs to come back sooner or later. The upgraded DJ toilet looks a lot more composed and mature compared before. Dude has now sunglasses, a whole mechanic toilet, and a whole DJ rig. He also got lasers. Dafuk really went all out in this upgrades, but sadly, his return didn't last long like an NFT, because shortly, a mad Astro toilet showed behind him and splits him into two. He was just thrown to the side, leaving us with no idea if he's still alive or not. Rest in peace, NFT brother. It may feel uneasy, but we're greeted by the Astro toilet we saw in episode 60, who held down the head of the imposter G-Man toilet on his face. His face looked different and thin, maybe he's mewing. He now gives a serious and ominous aura, instead of the crazy face he had before. His beard and his new arm that moves in circular patterns dictates us that he is the same toilet, but just got upgraded. His new arms looks kinda sick, having each electromagnetic technology, and his helmet got stripes just like UFO toilet. He looks terrifying while floating with his magnet hand as it spins. Then the POV cameraman turns to his right and looks at Titan cameraman, and instinctively shot a ball of laser, but Astro Magnet Toilets catches it in midair. Using his insane magnets, he threw back the laser. This ability is considered overpowered, even though Titan cameraman did not took heavy damage. This still poses a large threat to the Alliance. You can also see Titan TV Man shooting a laser, but the Astro Toilet evades it easily like child support and made an evil smile after he dodged it. Angrily, Titan TV Man dropped an F-word sounding, "Who do you think you are?" In reverse, here you go, listen. While saying this, Titan TV Man pulls out his solo leveling blade, but was shocked after hearing something from the Astro Toilet. As we turn to the Astro Toilet, he suddenly laughed and actually spoke, "You all will die," with his Sigma voice. This is the first time in the series a villain is so attractive. Listen to it. But after this, Titan TV Man's hand teleported behind him, but the Astro Toilet dodged the attack and used his magnet arms to catch his blade and sends it flying back to Titan TV Man, then leaves the place faster than the speed of sound. This actually backs up Elite's theory that the Astros are trying to take over the G-Man toilet, and is also the reason why earlier he friendly fired his own toilet species, like DJ Toilet. If they ever have that plan, they can successfully execute it, since in this episode it was shown that they are overpowered and they are able to toe-to-toe with two Titans with no sweat. It now all makes sense. But after the Astro Toilet leaves, Titan TV Man was pierced by his blade through his forearm, and he pulls it out with his angry face. This was also one of the leaked frames. It now explains a lot why he made such face on the leak. But after this scene is the favorite part in this episode of my idol, Elite Cameraman. It was Elite Cameraman's fiancée TV woman, arriving with such grace together with her other female besties. The hotties have been upgraded. Speaker Woman's upgrades is anime tier. She now looks like Dark Speaker Man, who stabbed the crazy toilet in episode 69. Also, Camera Woman have two long extra guns now. The two got an upgrade except for TV Woman. Maybe Dafuk is reserving a special episode for TV Woman's upgrade. For sure, Elite Cameraman can't sleep the night when that episode dropped, but when Large Cameraman moved his laser gun, all the female toilets looked at the laser gun. TV Woman does an ooh-woo face, and it seems she got a crush now on Large Cameraman. Don't worry, Elite Cameraman, TV Woman still loves you. Your voice is cold as ice, just like me. We're handsome. We got this, brother. But if you look behind the female toilets, you can see a sign that says Danger High Voltage. This is also the reason why the power went out inside the bunker on the last part of this episode, because Titan Cameraman demolished this whole place. When we look to the right, Titan Cameraman is looking at us, but Large Cameraman hurriedly flew to the other side of the dam, entering the bunker. Even though clueless, It's possible the large cameraman would meet the crew in the next episode. While this is happening, the POV changed and we go back to the bunker POV. This part of the episode is nerve-wracking, so if you're afraid of the dark, better skip this part. While the POV cameraman stopped checking the tablet, everyone started looking at the POV cameraman, which is obviously plunger cameraman, but seconds later the elevator stopped. The alarm started sounding and the electricity went out. We see Dark Speaker Man's red eyes glowing in the dark. He now looks like having a Sharingan. Maybe this is a foreshadowing that he will be a villain in the future, like Madara from Naruto. Anyways, the cameramen turned on their flashes to light up the place, but we see something spooky here. We are seeing an actual ghost. This might support my theory, since Madara is called the ghost of the Uchiha. And this happened after Dark Speakerman's eyes are glowing like a Sharingan. But suddenly, a banging sound comes from the top, and it continued several times until the episode ends. It is an honor for me if you guys stayed with me at the end of this video, and I hope I entertained you a lot. My huge thanks to all of you. If you like me, I like you too.